Strength day 54, let's go. We got 4 sets in our main lifts. We have B stance RDLs. We're gonna be loading that single part of the hamstring, that single side of the hamstring. 4 sets of 6 each leg. Moving on to single arm dumbbell row. This is a staple in our program. It is one of the best exercises. We have 4 sets of 8 on each side. Try to go heavier than you did the 2 weeks before this. Now, moving in to the next lift, we have B stance hip thrust. We have 4 sets of 8 on each leg. And then finally, we have wide grip pull-ups. Add weight accordingly. We want these to be challenging. 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps before we move into our accessory lifts, which we're gonna be doing reverse lunges, 3 sets of 6 each, slider hamstring curls, 4 sets of 6 to 8, and then concentration curls, I don't do them that often, for 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. And lastly, we got concentration curls. We have 4 sets of 8 reps each. Let's get after it. I'll show you how to do it in the next video. Cool. All right, we got B stance RDL. So B stance, just gonna have one leg as it normally would. The opposite leg will be out to just about the heel position and then out about a foot. About 80 to 90% of that of the weight is gonna be on that lead leg. So with this, you can go definitely a little bit heavier than what you would normally do if you were doing with both legs. So you're here, back's flat, we got the RDL, shifting the hips back, drawing down, driving up, pulling through with that front leg. So it's not a, I'm here and I'm pressing up, it's a, I'm here, this leg is just nice and light, like I can take my foot off, it's just there for stability. I'm pulling my hips through, I'm pulling my hips through. I'm almost trying to do this with my heel. So I'm here, pulling the hips through up to that top position. So you'll have the reps on each side and we'll move into the next exercise, which is gonna be single arm dumbbell row. So we'll be in a 3-point stance here, bend over, nice tabletop position, back's nice and flat, abs are tight. Here, rowing up, drawing that elbow to our hip pocket, engaging them as much of the lats in the mid trap as possible with that. Then we're gonna move into B stance hip thrust. So B stance hip thrust, you can use a dumbbell or a barbell. In this case, I'm gonna show with a dumbbell with a barbell, it'll just be how we normally do it. So we'd be here, shoulder blades about on the edge of the bench. Get the dumbbell, B stance, same thing. One lead leg, one leg out just for balance. 80 to 90% here, going down, drawing up, squeezing for this lead leg, or this main leg here. So going down, up, squeezing, driving through the heel, almost like you're hinging. What we don't want to see have happen, so you don't want to see you tucking your low back like this. You want to keep your abs tight, and you just want to drop down and come on up with that. And then lastly, we have wide grip pull-ups. So hands nice and wide. Set your back first, pull up. It's okay to arch your chest or arch your back a little bit, but I don't want to see have happen. What I see a lot is that a lot of people get to here and then they go and round their shoulders forward to get that last little bit to get to their chest. This is compromising our shoulder joint and we're not getting what we want. We want to think big chest all the way through so we can get the back involved as much as possible. After that, we have some reverse lunges. So dumbbells down by your side, feet shoulder width apart. Take a nice big step back, and then again, you're drawing yourself back to that starting position by pulling your foot back and getting those hips through. So you're here, pulling up and through with that leg before we move into slider hamstring curls. So you'll have furniture movers, sliders. If you have carpet, you can use your socks, or if you have a hardwood floor surface, you can just use any sort of towel or paper towel or anything like that with it. So what you do is you lay down by your side, heels on, you'll press your heels into the floor, and then from this position, so I can slide my hands slightly underneath, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna curl your legs up as you are keeping your hips up. It's going to put a lot of emphasis on the hamstrings. If you do not have a way to do that, you can attach your band lower onto a rig or any sort of pole, and then what you can do is just loop it around your feet here, and then same thing, you'll curl your legs up here, so the band would be looped around your heel going that way, if that is the modification that you can do for this. And lastly, we have concentration curls. So what we're gonna do, grab one dumbbell, take a nice seat, nice wide stance with your legs. You're gonna be pinning your elbow on your thigh so you can't move. From here, again, I still want us to remember, like, keep your shoulder blades engaged. How's your body looking? We don't want to be sloppy with our body. From here, all you're gonna do is then curl and squeeze your bicep as hard as you possibly can. Up, squeeze, come back down. Concentration means literally concentrate on the dumbbell and squeeze as hard as you possibly can with it. So you're just gonna continue your reps, squeeze, down, squeeze. What I don't want to see happen is this tends to happen sometimes when we get tired, is that shoulder rounds forward. But what that does is takes the stretch and the full range of motion, and look what it does. When I roll my shoulder forward, I just took away like almost this much range of motion, which is going to, in the long run, contribute to less muscle mass, less strength, all things that we want. So stay upright with it all the way to the top. All right, that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.